in midweek replays. Amongst the crowd at the Emirates watching his Reading team face the millionaires of Arsenal was Chris Tarrant. Well, Richie maybe, but he's not above getting the tees in. Also there, the injured Thierry Henry. Steve Wilson saw this one.
Kitson won the header, Gilberto. And that's a foul on Leroy Lita. Can have no complaints, Gilberto. Sidwell and Kitson inside the penalty area, along with BK and Ingemarson. And Baptista for Arsenal got the more important touch. And Kleb. Walcott to the right, Ljungberg to the left. It's Ljungberg, it's Gallas, it's Ljungberg. Good save, Hahnemann. Classic counter-attack from Arsenal. Here's Kleb. Baptista came off Ingemarson, and it's Baptista, and Fabregas has contrived to miss. Well, nobody knows how he missed this, least of all Fabregas. Whatever angle you look at it from, there is simply no reason for Fabregas not to score. Danielson, Fabregas. It's well hit. It's a good strike from Fabregas. Hahnemann got a fingertip to it. Well, to use a boxing analogy, his side are the best sparers in the business. But where's the real punch? Freddie Ljungberg looking for Clichy's run. BK looks a little heavy leg. Clichy's beaten him to it. Goes over, and the referee gives Arsenal a penalty kick. BK never looked quick enough to catch Clichy. And there's contact there, I think. And Chris Foy certainly thought so. Gilberto against Hahnemann. Scores! Hahnemann very, very close to making the save. Kleb. Fabregas. A lovely ball, Walcott! You have to hand it to Hahnemann. This is a delicious ball into Theo Walcott. Well, plenty of those in red were offside, but Walcott wasn't. And Hahnemann here makes another save. Something for Leroy Lita to chase. And that's a corner. One or two moans from the Arsenal fans and a little questioning look from Clichy, but I think that was right. Baptista with the clearing header, Harper underneath it. This is Giroud. Now can Arsenal break? If Giroud finds the pass, Arsenal have so many lightning runners, and Danielson's found Baptista, and Walcott is square away to Baptista's right. And Baptista simply muscles away through and makes it 2. Well, sometimes you don't need a lightning-quick dancing centre-forward. Sometimes you just need a big Brazilian bulldozer, and Baptista makes it 2. The beast is on the mark, and Arsenal are home and dry. Oster, Murty, Little's flick, dangerous. Kitson is there, left it beautifully. Lita and Sidwell. Best chance Reading have created in the game. Could very easily have got themselves back into this game since they went 2 down, Reading. Kleb. That's a poor ball, it's Sidwell. And here's Kitson. Kitson, good block. Lehmann is berating Kleb. Reading have got a corner. Lehmann is not one to keep his own counsel, and he felt that Alexander Kleb played Arsenal into trouble here. John Oster to take the corner for Reading. A flick at the near post and it's gone in. Didn't need to get the final touch on this. There's a touch there from Gunnarsson. And I wonder if Fabregas didn't flick his leg out and stick it in the back of the net. It's an own goal from Fabregas, which has given Reading a lifeline. Arsenal are used to salvaging deficits here at the Emirates. They're not used to throwing away leads, though. Here's Gilberto under pressure. Sidwell won the header. Lita's there. Kitson's there. Doyle tries to turn it goalward. Gilberto away. Murty back in. Kitson on. And Sidwell brings an excellent save from Lehmann. My goodness me. Arsenal are fortunate that they're still in front.
As the ball was falling to City, I was actually sort of in my mind thinking near post, because I thought he would have expected it to go far post, and you know, for him to get his left arm to that one and pour it out, I think it was a quality save.
We had 3 defeats on the trot. We are not used to that, and we are under pressure today to produce a good performance and victory. We did both. We could have been, we feel we could have done better, because there was room to score more goals, and in the end it became a little bit shaky when it was 2-1.
Yep, Arsenal stopped the rot just, but despite Arsenal's victory, it wasn't a great day for Cesc Fabregas, really, was it?
No, I'm a massive fan of his. I think he's had a fantastic season. He is a great player, but you know, you just have an off day. This is, I think, miss of the season. If not, it has to be a contender. Oh, there you go, scuffed it. And just to say he's had a bad day. This is how you do. This is how you finish. There you go, flick it in. Just one of those days, Cesc, I'm afraid.
Check on the Barclays Premiership table. Chelsea have 10 games left to make up 9 points on Man United. Next to impossible, but if anyone can, Chelsea can. Of the teams in action today, Spurs and Blackburn both climb a place after their wins. Bolton stay in 5th. At the other end, West Ham are bottom, 10 points from safety, and absolutely, totally, irredeemably miserable. Next most miserable are Watford fans, who also threw away that 2-goal lead, but Charlton's point there gives them hope. Their fans should remember, though, that it is the hope that kills you. I speak from experience. He's too good, too bad. Now, I definitely don't want to insinuate that Wayne Rooney wants to hurt a Liverpool fan here, although I do actually believe that to be the case. Look, woof, straight into the crowd. Contrition on his face? No, just a big smile. He enjoyed that. Sir Alex Ferguson needs to go to night classes to learn about celebrating. He's just looking worse and worse here. Don't they have that UEFA Pro licence? Don't they do refreshers on celebrating? Sir Alex, you just look daft. Blackburn definitely deserved their win, if only for this fan of theirs behind the goal. Look at that for a header. Well done, my son. Tevez, great goal, but I think he's carrying too much weight. There's a lot of wibble-wobble there. Just look at it, and he jumps in. It's remarkable, he doesn't hurt somebody wibbling, wobbling all over the place. He's obviously aware of the fact that he needs to lose a bit of weight, because later in a break of play, he goes in for a bit of impromptu aerobics. Look, that'll soon get the weight off you, Carlos. You'll be fine. West Ham fans, it's not the end of the world. It does just feel like it. Our thoughts are with you. Les?
Question at the Emirates Stadium, would Thierry Henry make the starting lineup? He didn't, but was one of Arsenal's attacking options on the bench if needed. Arsene Wenger's side were a goal down from the first leg, and the pressure was on to level the tie early. Emmanuel Adebayor had a host of chances to do just that. His control let him down here. Kolo Touré rather snatched at this one. And it wouldn't go in for Julio Baptista either in a goalless first half. Yet the way Baptista was playing, you fancied a Brazilian to score, but you wouldn't have predicted an own goal from PSV's defender Alex, though. He had the unfortunate final touch, and the Brazilian gave Arsenal the lead on the night, and the tie was level at 1-1. Arsenal needed a winning goal, time to call for the cavalry. But Henry picked up an injury within minutes of coming on. He still went close with this free kick. Yet the drama was to come at the other end. Alex made amends for his own goal and made it 1-1 on the night. 2-1 PSV on aggregate, and it was an away goal, so Arsenal needed 2 to go through. Their fans knew it was too much to ask. Arsenal, last season's Champions League finalists, failing to reach this season's quarter-finals. This was their 3rd cup competition exit in the space of 10 days. Andy Burton, Sky Sports.
tonight we can only think that we played the game we wanted to play, but we didn't take our chances, made a bad mistake by conceding a free kick that was avoidable, and we were punished on it. It's cruel, but you have to be strong enough to take it.
Thierry, can you sum up your feelings after that match?
Well, just when we played there, we had 1,000 chances, and they have one in each game, and they scored. I think it was the difference of the two teams, you know. That's all for me.
You have to congratulate always the team who knocks you out. It's sometimes cruel, but at that level, it is a job for realistic teams, and they have done it extremely well. They have defended very well, and I felt that a player like Alex kept them in the game today the whole night, and on top of that, he scored us a goal.
I think we had enough chances over there, and straight after we scored the first goal, we had two brilliant chances. We didn't take them, and then they scored on their two chances. You know, that's tough, but that's the way it is.
Thierry Henry was on the bench. Was he not fit enough to start? Presumably he wasn't.
You could see that yourself.
He's finished the game by limping off. Is there a real danger that this has been a setback for him?
Yes, because he ruptured the stomach muscle or groin. We'll scan that, but he's out for a few weeks. He was not ready to play. That's why I didn't play him.
Tell me, where does this leave your season?
At the moment, with one disappointment after another, and but I feel, of course, on tonight it's a very big disappointment because we wanted to go through, but it hides as well a lot of progression that we have made, I feel, and what is important now for us is not to feel not to be ready to fight for the rest of the season, because we are still not secured in the Champions League for next year, and we want to finish well, but of course it's very disappointing.
Thierry Henry has been ruled out for the rest of Arsenal's season after damaging groin and stomach muscles during the Champions League exit on Wednesday. Arsene Wenger says Henry will be out for at least 3 months and is hopeful that he'll be fit for the start of next season.
A substitute against PSV Eindhoven in the Champions League, Thierry Henry's last game for Arsenal this season. He wasn't fit enough to play a full game, and scans have now revealed he must miss the remainder of Arsenal's current league campaign. A statement from Arsene Wenger says Thierry Henry will be out for a minimum of 3 months. Unfortunately, this means he will now miss the rest of this season, both domestically and internationally. But we are confident that he will be ready for the start of next season.
It's been a nightmare season for Henry. From day one, really, he's had the World Cup fatigue as well. That's been involved, and he's picked up a series of niggling injuries that he's not been able to shake off. And it's one to write off for him, unfortunately.
Henry scored 33 goals in all competitions last season. He reached the Champions League final in Paris, but Arsenal lost to Barcelona. He signed a new contract at the club, but then lost the World Cup final against Italy. This season's domestic and European campaign has been ruined by injuries, but when playing, he still managed to score 12 goals.
It's been a catalogue of misfortune, really. And the players that have come in aren't really those kind of goal-getters that you need in the time of crisis.
Arsenal's aim is to finish third in the Premiership, but Henry's absence now makes that even harder to achieve. Brian Swanson, Sky Sports.
Well, Henry has struggled with injury throughout this season. He's played in just 17 of Arsenal's 27 Premiership games. Henry ends the season with 10 goals. His chance conversion was 13%. He set up 4 of Arsenal's goals and picked up 1 yellow card in the league. But Arsenal have actually performed better without their captain this season in terms of results. They've played 27 games with Henry, won 13, drawn 9, and they've lost 5 and scored 43 goals. In 6 fewer games without him, Arsenal have won the same amount of games, 13, drawn 4 and lost 4, and they've scored 42 goals, which means they've scored more goals per game when Henry hasn't played. So Henry out, and Arsenal will now be without Emmanuel Adebayor for a total of 4 games. The striker requested a personal hearing at FA headquarters over his sending off in the Carling Cup final. But he's given an additional 1-match ban and fined £7,500 after being found guilty of reacting aggressively and failing to leave the field of play immediately. He's already served 2 matches of the ban and will now miss the games against Aston Villa and Everton.
Their recent treble cup disappointment, it was a case of win at all costs for Arsenal at Villa Park. Their victory did come thanks to a 10th minute goal. They had more than a slice of luck as Julio Baptista's wayward shot was turned past the helpless Thomas Sorensen by the unlikely Abu Diaby.
And Diaby claims it as his second goal for Arsenal, his second against Aston Villa.
Fellow countryman Jeremy Aliadier came close to adding a second. But Villa came back into the match after that, having the better of the half and should have levelled before half-time.
Young! Akpom, and Villa spurned the chance.
So Aliadier managed to miss a header from close range to leave the game wide open, heading into the second half. Villa continued to dominate a below-par Arsenal, but lacked quality in the final third. Arsene Wenger clearly concerned as Arsenal tried to protect their slender lead. They held on to stretch their unbeaten record against Villa to 17 matches. More importantly for their season, they move into third, 2 points ahead of Liverpool, with a better goal difference and a game in hand. Tony Campbell, Sky Sports.
It was a very difficult game against a resilient Aston Villa team, and we needed a strong mental reaction. We have shown that with many players out, but resilience was fantastic.
I thought we put an awful lot into the game. I thought, as you mentioned, second half performance was really excellent. I actually thought until the goal as well too, we'd started off pretty brightly. The goal obviously knocked us back a little bit, but even then we had a couple of opportunities. And overall, I'm pleased with the way that we've performed tonight.
I felt in the first half we could have scored 3 or 4, but in the second half we dropped a bit physically, and Aston Villa became really strong, pressurizing us. But that's where we have shown as well, maybe in the second half, that we have improved in that aspect of the game.
Whatever sort of optimism you go and play games with, the realism, hits you at the end. You haven't taken any points, but you're right, we still need a few more points to be absolutely guaranteed of playing this big division next season. I think we'll get them, but you still have to try and win the games.
How short is a disappointment in a club reveals how strong the team is mentally. And we had a massive disappointment, but we managed to make it as short as possible, and that means we won the next game.
Well, this is how those results leave the table. Chelsea now just 6 points adrift of Manchester United, while Arsenal leapfrog Liverpool into third. Manchester City have done nothing to improve their situation at the bottom. They're still just 6 points clear of Charlton and the bottom 3.
Kieran Gibbs, the goal scorer on the hour. What a goal as well. It's the first goal that United have conceded in this year's competition. And Steve Bowles' Arsenal nearly got another. The French substitute Carl Parisio hitting the bar, but it's a 1-0 lead that Arsenal take into the second leg.